Another year has come and gone, which means another year to look back on. Today I will do a good deep dive onto my 2023, which included the second half of my junior year and the first part of my senior year. It also included a huge summer of concerts and a million moments that I thought would never happen. Hey everybody! Today is Friday, February 2nd, 2024. However, this video will be posted on Sunday, February 4th. If you guys are new to the channel, I'll quickly fill you guys in on our little tradition. Every year over the first week of February, I post a recap of all the important moments that happened in the year before. It's my quick little diary entry so that way in the future I can look back and see what the most notable moments were of each year. My first recap that I did was for the year 2020. And I've done one every year since. Now, if you found this video from my Obsessed web series, then I have to note quickly that this is not a part of my DECA project. This is not a part of the same series. This is just a video for my normal channel, but it's still gonna be fun, so yeah. The start of the new year was busy with early preparations for the spring musical Mean Girls. In January, we started rehearsals, which were every day, and this continued until opening night on March 23rd. Now, other than homework, all my free time was pretty much spent in the drama room. In terms of my schedule for junior year, I had a pretty nice one. My morning started with APUSH for first period with the same history teacher who I had the year prior. Then I went to chemistry, which I actually did pretty well in. And after that, I would go to 8th period with Miss Chu. This is where I did any homework that I didn't get to the night prior. 3rd period was one of my elective classes. And for first semester, I had children's theater, and then second semester, I had walking. 4th period, I was back in Miss Chu's class for AP Lang. This was the first year that I ever had multiple AP classes, so that was kind of a fun juggle to have, especially once I started doing rehearsals. My 5th period was DECA and marketing, which is where we did a bunch of fun projects, and I also did, I believe, 2 videos for that class. And then finally, my day ended with advanced algebra trig. On February 10th of 2023, I turned 17 and I got to wear this beautiful dress. My birthday was amazing. I truly kind of got the best of both worlds because I celebrated my birthday at school and for rehearsals, but I also then got to have time with just my parents and having chocolate brownies and pasta, which we do every year. However, the best thing that happened to me that day was that my crush said happy birthday to me, which was huge. March continued to be mostly just rehearsals since we had the show at the end of that month. However, I do need to quickly note that the Eras tour started on March 17th, which then started my long tradition of every show night going on to the live stream so that way I can see the surprise songs in real time. At the start of April, I auditioned for the spring play, however I didn't get a part. This meant that I had a large amount of free time, so I decided to go on a couple trips. Over spring break, I had my college tour for the University of Oregon, which was incredible. This was a trip that I was so excited for. I was ready to walk around campus and go get Prince Puckler's for ice cream and do our walk to Autzen Stadium. Then the month ended with us flying to Denver so that way I could have a quick tour of Colorado Boulder. The campus was really pretty, however, my tour was pretty bad. The tour itself lasted over 3 hours and it was pretty hot, and also our tour guide knew kind of nothing. So it made for a pretty bad experience for me. Then the night of my college tour, we also had tickets to see One Republic, which was so much fun and amazing. Now, May was a pretty exciting month for me as I kind of had something in all aspects of my life. On May 4th, I had my first of many Hey Reese's interactions with my crush, which completely changed my world, which is a moment that I described in my crush interactions video. The next day, I took my AP test, and then a couple days later, I took my AP Lang test. I finally passed my driver's test, which is a sentence I never thought I would actually be able to say. The process itself was pretty terrible, and I will probably end up making a video about all of it, but I got my license. I can finally drive, which is amazing. And on May 30th, me and my mom drove down to Seattle so that way we can see the New York Liberty play the Seattle Storm. I'm a huge Sabrina Ionesco fan, and I've kept track of her career since when she started playing at the University of Oregon. It was also Breanna Stewart's first game being back in Seattle since she left to go play for the New York Liberties. So if you haven't figured this out, I went to the game in order to cheer on New York. The game ended 86-78 New York. The end of June was a complete dream for me. On June 21st, I ended my junior year of high school. Now, this was an eventful day for many reasons. Of course, the most obvious being I finished junior year, but it was also the day that I attempted to kind of get farther with my crush. On the last day of school, I gave him a card with my number and I pretty much asked if he wanted to hang out sometime. Then 2 days later, I went to my first concert of the summer, Kelsea Ballerini. The concert was so much fun and we were seated 4th row center. However, the absolute best part of the night was that I actually got to meet and talk to Kelsea herself. It was an absolute dream come true. A couple of days before the 4th of July, me and my family went to go to Arizona so that way we could see my grandparents. Arizona was so hot, but it was nice because we could just kind of stay in and relax and all just kind of talk and hang out. After we returned from Arizona, my summer of concerts continued. On July 15th, I got to see the Avett Brothers again, which was so much fun. Then the following week, on July 22nd, I finally got to go to the Eras Tour myself. This was my first time actually getting to see Taylor live, and it was perfect. My surprise songs were This Is Why We Can't Have Nice Things on guitar and Everything Has Changed on the piano. Plus, we also got the first ever performance of Nobody No Crime featuring Haim. Then less than a week later, me and my mom flew to Chicago. I hadn't been to Chicago since I was really little, so this was my first time actually getting to really experience the city and to walk around. We went to Chicago specifically so that way we could see Ed Sheeran. I saw him perform at the Chicago Theater on July 28th, and then the next day on July 29th, I saw him perform at Soldier Field for the Mathematics Tour, which was both incredible. At the theater show, he played a couple songs off of his soon-to-be-released album, Autumn Variations, which was a dream come true because both me and my mom have been huge fans of Ed since the Divide era, and I had closely followed the Mathematics Tour from the year prior when he was in Europe. So it was perfect and everything that I waited for, and just my summer was fun. We flew to San Francisco directly from Chicago, which is where we spent a week at Half Moon Bay. This was meant to be kind of our simple, relaxing family trip of the summer. Now, it was a bit colder than we kind of all expected, but it was still really nice, and I think everyone kind of enjoyed kind of the nice break. While in the Bay Area, I got to take a college tour of UC Santa Cruz, and I thought it was cool. I really enjoyed it. In the middle of August, me and my mom flew to Iowa, and I got to see her entire side of the family. In September, I started my senior year of high school, which still sounds strange for me to say. And for the first semester of the year, I was really involved with drama club until I ended up leaving last month due to scheduling conflicts. And in October, I applied and I got into college. So I'm officially going to college. In December, I committed to said college. So I know where I'm going. I'm not directly saying it yet. But yeah, I'm really excited. So that's pretty much my 2023. So every year in my recap video, I also recap all of the big Taylor Swift moments that happened throughout the year. And then I also give my yearly album ranking. This year was a lot because he started the Eras Tour in March. Every weekend until the middle of August, she was on the North American leg of the tour. At every show, she performed 2 surprise songs, one on the guitar and one on piano. The rule was that she was not allowed to repeat a song unless if she messed up the song. On May 5th, at the first Nashville show, she announced Speak Now, Taylor's version, which has been the re-recording I've been waiting for the longest. Speak Now is my absolute favorite original album, which meant that I was waiting for this re-record longer than all of the others. And I have to say that Speak Now, Taylor's version, was everything that I could have hoped for. Hearing the more mature vocals along with the vibrant production music just kind of lifted my spirits and made me so happy. I loved every single one of the vault tracks, and my favorites were Foolish One and Timeless. Then the re-recording of Back to December was my favorite original track. That was my favorite off of the album. I got the Speak Now Eras crew neck, as well as the Speak Now Eras hoodie. Then of course I also had the snack one of the Speak Now cardigans. Then, I already mentioned this, but I also got to go to the Eras tour on July 22nd, which was an absolute dream come true. It was everything that I wanted it to be. On August 9th, I stayed up late because everyone was expecting her to announce the 1989 Taylor's version, which she did. And I have to say, being on that live stream and every time that she came out in another blue outfit, oh my wow, it was chaotic and crazy, and I'm so happy that I got to be a part of it. The album came out on October 27th, and my favorite vault track was Is It Over Now, and my favorite re-recorded track was I Know Places. So now, like every year, I'm gonna rank all of Taylor's albums. Just to note, this is my opinion, and I do genuinely love every single one of Taylor's albums, so yeah. For my ranking, I always exclude debut because I'm keeping it out until we get the re-recorded version. So my top three are Speak Now Taylor's version, Red Taylor's version, and Folklore. And then fourth is Reputation, fifth is 1989 Taylor's version, sixth is Evermore, seventh is Lover, eighth is Midnights, and then ninth is Fearless Taylor's version. Now, my top three are pretty much the same as they've always been the past couple years, and being able to actually go to the tour only cemented this. I really got into Reputation this year, which is how it ended up moving pretty high up on my ranking. Midnights had the biggest change of the year for my album ranking, as it went from 4th place down to 8th place. It was purely because I just don't think about it that much when I'm choosing which album to listen to, so that ended up being where it ended up landing. Of course, before I end this video, I have to talk about the channel, right? This year I kind of had a hard time with continuing to make videos with Drama Club, with just basic junior year stuff. My school schedule was insane, so I didn't really get the chance to make videos, and I had a very chaotic summer as well. As of the making of this video, I have 69 subscribers. My video that I posted this year that has the most views is my cover of Delicate by Taylor Swift, which has 259 views. This year we also celebrated the 3rd anniversary of the channel, so that's pretty cool. I wanted to say thank you to anyone who is new and chose to subscribe. But if you are new and you haven't subscribed yet, why don't you? And while you're there, why not also hit the like? I mean, it's right down there. Thank you for a wonderful, incredible, extraordinary year. And like always, I hope you stay your extraordinary self. I'll see you in the next video.